Um, so today I'm going to share with you first of all, hi, I'm Sarah Mack. I'm a copywriter and creative business coach who helps artists, healers, and coaches to make their big dreams a reality. And today I want to share with you a really powerful tool that I've used to change my life and launch my creative dreams and make everything that I want come true. So I'm excited to share it with you. Basically, what is stopping you from realizing the big creative dreams and ideas that you have? Why haven't you done it already? Why haven't you launched that business, made that movie, written that song, created that app? We have all of these creative ideas. So what is it that stops us from bringing them to reality? It is three things: belief systems, emotional patterns, and behavior patterns. So the first step is identifying the belief systems that are holding you back. And, that takes a little bit of work, a little bit of journaling, self-reflection. But the tool that I want to share with you today is the thing that's going to help you release the emotional patterns. So once you release the emotional patterns from your physiology, from your brain and your thought processes, that's when you change your behavior patterns and you start taking much easier action to realizing the dreams that you have. So it's called emotional freedom tapping. Maybe you've heard of it. It's also known as EFT, and it's becoming more widely known and popular. And basically the way it works is once you've identified a belief or a limiting belief or a thought pattern that's not serving you, say, for example, it's a fear of criticism, or it could be a fear of rejection, or it could be feeling like you're not good enough. All of these, common beliefs that we create during some time when we're young and our parents are mean to us, someone at school is mean to us. We don't have the emotional toolkit to be able to, say that, oh, they're wrong, and actually I am worthy, and I am capable, and I am good enough, and I am equal. We internalize those beliefs and then start to reprove them to ourselves over and over again, because that's the lens that we're seeing our life through. And so once you've identified a belief pattern that might be holding you back, like maybe it's your fear of criticism is stopping you from putting yourself out there, from being public with your work, from approaching somebody that could help you in your business or your project or your career, because you're afraid that they'll say something mean, or they'll reject you, or they'll some way make you, bring it to awareness that you're really not good enough to do these things that you desire to do so much. So you take that belief, and that's often rooted in a lot of, emotional memories that have stacked up to prove to us that this must be true about ourselves. And then that is the thing that's driving our behavior patterns and stopping us from taking risks and stopping us from putting ourselves out there. So EFT is a tool that it's tapping. So you tap on the acupressure points around your head and your upper body. And what that does is it basically calms your nervous system. So instead of confronting these emotions and then running away from them, which is generally the patterns that we create, instead of dealing with them, through using emotional freedom tapping, you give yourself that space to allow your physiology to process those emotions, and to bring them out and release them, instead of keeping them trapped in your memory and your physiology. And it really, really does work. And it's amazing how it kind of puts you into a meditative state, and you'll be surprised at some of the stuff that comes up when you start using the tapping process. And there are quite a few scripts out there that you can follow. There's loads of videos on YouTube if you want to tap around a specific issue. I specifically have used this one for creating more money in my business. I started using this regularly, and I went from earning 2 to 4K months to 4 to 6K months consistently. So and that was through clearing a lot of the belief systems and patterns and emotions that were preventing me from taking action, causing me to procrastinate, and the fear of being rejected, of criticism, of not being good enough, that would lead to so much anxiety and worry and doubt. And once you clear those emotional patterns, you free yourself up from all of that emotional resistance. allows you to take more consistent action, that stops fear from holding you back. You just, you get a better handle on it so that you can move forward with your creative dreams. So I'll show you the acupressure points, but you basically start on the karate chop point, which is on the side of the hand. So that's the first point. The second point is above the eye. It's just kind of like on the top of your eyebrow there. The second point is on the side of your eye. Then there's another one just underneath. It's almost directly underneath the end of your eyebrow. And then if you go to the side of your nose, there's like a little divot in there that you can feel. That's an acupressure point. There's one just under your nose. There's one on your chin. And then the others are on your clavicle. So if you are just under your clavicle, so if you come to your collarbone there, and then you just come down, if you just feel around, you'll notice there's like a little indent in there. And then the next one is under your arm on the bra line. Just there. So basically you rotate through all of these acupressure points, and if you use 2 fingers or 3 fingers to make sure that you're getting it, and you just lightly tap. So take your belief that you are ready to transform and the emotions that you're ready to release around that thing. It can also be a particular memory. And I'm just going to run through and give you an example for the type of thing, the type of script that you can follow. If you really want to follow along to a script, you can either write one out before, or you can look online and look for a script, an EFT tapping script specifically for the emotion that you're clearing. But often I'll just, make it up as I go along and really just go with it. And, I've also launched into singing sometimes during my EFT tapping, and just because it really is a physical release. So anything that you can do to just really allow yourself to tap into those emotions and give them space to release, so they're not running around causing havoc in your physiology and controlling you anymore. So we'll start off on the tapping point, on the karate chop point, and I'm going to use fear of criticism as an example. So you can just insert whatever belief it is that you want to clear, and you just say it 3 times to begin with. Oh yeah, and at the beginning, rate the intensity of the emotion. So if you can go into it for a memory of the last time that emotion was really flaring up for you, was really strong. Maybe it was the first time it happened when you were young. Maybe it was something recent that's triggered those emotions and really brought them up to the surface. Try and step into that moment as much as you can. Take a few deep breaths, take a moment to go in there and sort of activate those emotions in your body so that you can clear them. And give them a rating from 1 to 10 as to how strong they are for you. And then you keep doing the tapping routine until you bring it all the way down to 1, 2, or 0 in intensity. So it just gives you a way to measure it, to show you the effect of the technique. So start on the karate chop point, and you say, even though I'm afraid of criticism, I fully, completely, and deeply love and accept myself. So it just sort of opens it's connecting the pain of that emotion with a very soothing and accepting emotion. And it's that combination together that allows your body and your physiology to relax. So it knows that it's safe to process those emotions, and you have the space to do it, and you're accepting them instead of fighting them or running away from them or pushing them down. So even though I'm afraid of criticism, I fully, completely, and deeply love and accept myself. And you do that 3 times. Even though I'm afraid of being criticized, I fully, completely, and deeply love and accept myself. And then, oh yeah, there's one on the top of the head. So go to the top of the head. And then really feel into those emotions. I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid of being criticized. Onto the eyebrow point. I'm so afraid of being judged. I'm so afraid of people thinking that I'm not good enough. Move to the side of the eye. I'm so afraid that people will think I'm a fraud. I'm afraid that people will see that I'm really not good at what I do. And under the, next to the nose. I'm really afraid of being criticized, of being judged, of being rejected. Under the nose. All these feelings. Under the chin. They're so overpowering. And under the collarbone. All these emotions are controlling me every single day. Under the bra, on the bra line, all this fear, all this anxiety. Top of the head, all of these strong emotions I just have no control over. Top of the eyebrow, I'm so afraid. Side of the eye, I don't know what to do. I feel so trapped. Side of the nose, but I'm willing to release these emotions now. Under the nose, under the chin, I'm willing to let these emotions go now. Under the collarbone, all this fear and anxiety and self-doubt and self-criticism, I'm willing, under the arm, I'm willing to let all of this go now. And you can keep doing that for as long as it takes to reduce the intensity. And then you can keep, if you want to, you can just leave it at that and repeat that script and repeat that tapping. Just top of the head, top of the eyebrow, side of the eye, under the eye, side of the nose, under the chin, under the collarbone, under the arm. And then you can repeat that. Just really tap into those emotions. Oh yeah, and keep repeating, even though I feel all this fear, all this anxiety, all this rejection, or whatever it is that you're working to clear, follow it up with I deeply, completely, and fully love and accept myself, or I fully and deeply love and accept myself. And just keep repeating that over and over, even though I feel all this fear, all this anxiety, all these negative emotions that are controlling me and controlling my behavior patterns. I fully, completely, and deeply love and accept myself. And just keep doing that. And then if you want to, if you feel like it's in a place for you to be able to be open to releasing them, when that feels right to you, then you can say, like, I'm open to releasing these emotions now. And just keep tapping. I'm open to releasing all this fear. I'm open to letting go of all this anxiety. I'm open to moving past this self-judgment and this self-criticism. And I'm open, and then you can replace it with the emotions that you would like to feel instead. But make sure you're not forcing it, because really the power of this tool is to give yourself space to just release those emotions. So just keep repeating whatever comes to mind. Maybe another memory will come to mind and you want to start. You can release the emotions around that. Like, even though X person made me feel like I was being judged, I know that it's not because I'm not worthy. I love and forgive and release the emotions that this person made me feel. And then see what comes up. If there are any specific memories that you really want to go into, that might come up, you can journal around them. Just let the process lead you into that physical memory. And then, like I said before, if you feel like you're in a place where you've shifted them and you're ready, or you need like a bit of a nudge in the other direction, you can say, I'm open. I'm open to releasing these emotions now. I'm open to feeling confident. I'm open to feeling secure. I'm open to managing my fear instead of letting it control me. I'm open to feeling feelings of peace and calm. I'm open to feeling self-acceptance. I'm open to be free from self-judgment and to be free from the fear of judgment from others. And sometimes it can help if you want to identify, a lot of the emotions that you want to tap through. You can, before you start, you can write down what are the opposite emotions that you would like to invite yourself to start feeling, the new emotional patterns that you'd like to create. And And it's really, really powerful. You can give yourself, and always finish with, I fully, completely, and deeply love and accept myself. So just that tapping, going through, once you've gone through it a few different times, you know, you'll just remember the pattern. You can go into that meditative state and just really focus on clearing the emotions. And, you know, I use this tool, I use it regularly. If I ever come up against a block, something's not really working for me, or my emotions aren't really, you know, greasing the wheels in the direction that I want to go with my projects. Just take the time to sit down, ask yourself, you know, what is it that I believe about myself that's causing me not to feel good in this situation? And really identify those beliefs, identify the thought processes that aren't making you feel good, write them down, and then use EFT to shift them. So even though I feel XYZ, I fully, completely, and deeply love and accept myself. And it just helps to release that emotional charge, which, you know, it can be tiring to do this work. And so, you know, sometimes give yourself time to go for a walk or take a nap afterwards, and really just give yourself that self-care, because emotional work can be tiring, and you sometimes, you know, give yourself the space, because you don't know what can come up. Sometimes suddenly like a big memory will come up, or like a big emotional charge you'll have that release, and you'll just have to cry for a while and let it out, but give yourself that space. And it's amazing, amazing what happens when you do that. Once you clear those emotions out of the way, it's like you know, those neural pathways don't have the roadblocks in them anymore. And when you think of an idea, you do it, and you stop procrastinating, and you feel, you know, you're tapping into feelings of more confidence and personal power. So it's a really powerful tool. Give yourself some time and space to do this regularly. And yeah, and let me know how you get on with it. Because I would say at the beginning, give yourself a regular practice, you know, set time aside each week or every couple of weeks, or, you know, just set that intention that when you're bringing that awareness to your emotions and your behavior patterns, to start using EFT, so it starts becoming a tool that you will just reach for automatically. Because then when, you know, something difficult does come up, you've got this in your toolkit, and you know, you can just whip it out, and you know how to do it. And once you've done it a few times, it will just become instinctive to you. So you can get the process down of acknowledging your beliefs, flipping them, clearing them. And this is really the way to, you know, start getting more momentum, get the emotional baggage out the way, have more confidence, you know, take more action, be more effective, go for the big things, the big scary things that you've been procrastinating on, make more money. Hi, Antoinette. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. There's also tons and tons of resources about EFT online if you want to learn more. But yeah, let me know how you get on, and good luck with it. Have an amazing day. Bye.